Welcome to this lecture, and in this lecture we are going to talking about the break and the continue statement in C++. Break and the continue statements are two different statements in the C++. In C++ there are two statements which are break and continue, specifically to alter the normal flow of program. Sometimes it is described to skip the execution of loop for a certain test condition or terminate it immediately without checking the condition. For example, you want to loop through data of all aged people except people aged 65, or you want to find the first person aged 20. In this scenario, like these continue or break statement is used. So let's just see the example of the break statement and see how this break statement works. So the break statement is used to break or terminate a loop whatever we used. Just type a break as a keyword here. So after the statement after which you want to break the loop as simple as that. Remember, we had also used break statement in switch case and in the previous lectures. So let's just see the example of this break statement right here, and hash include, which is iStream, and then here I write using namespace, which is std. Okay, then integer main, so the main function right here, and then I just take integer n, then I just write for loop. So we just learn about loops in our next upcoming section. So n, which is less than or equal to 5, so just make a concept right here. So n is plus plus. Operand, operator, operand. Okay, n which is equal to 1, n which is less than or equal to 5, and n which is plus plus. Use of loop with the brackets, and then cout, which is less than sign here, and then I just write static. Close this code right here, and then end line. Okay, now if statement, so if n which is equal to 2, so I just write here, so I just write here break statement. So break is simply is a keyword here, so it is return 0. So in this iterations of loop, in this example, this multiplication sign, static sign, get, print, and the condition of n means n, any number which is equal to 2. You can see here this logic is checked. Since the value of n is 1, therefore the conditions become false, and n plus plus increase. This n increment sign increase the value of n to 2 again. So static get the print, and since this time the condition of if satisfied, the break statements and the loop will terminate. Now just see the example output of that code. So you can see here 2 time print, and then it will terminate that loop. Okay, you can see here n which is equal to 2. So now just see the continue statement. So continue statement here is I just copy this one, or I just copy this all code right here. Okay, so continue statement works similar to the break statement. So break statement simply terminate the loop, and the continue statement is start the loop again. So the only difference is that break statements terminate the loop, and the loop whether continue statement passed control to the conditional test. For example, where the condition is checked. In short, it press control to the nearest conditional test in do while loop, and here or the condition of while loop in the while loop, or the condition of for a statement is skipping the rest of the statement in the loop. So this is the simple continue statement. So I just remove this for loop right here, and here too. So I just take so here n, integer n which is equal to 1, and then here I just use while. So while is a loop here, so while is a keyword also which is used for while loop, and while is 10. So this is expression of while loop. We will learn about while loop in our next section. So if statement, so if n which is equal to 5, and then n which is equal to n plus 1. Okay, so after this n plus 1 I just use continue statement. So simply write continue as a keyword right here, and then cout which is n is equal to and less than sign, and then I just print this n here. So then end this line here and this increment operator. Okay, now I just run this code, and you can see here this while loop is continue up to 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9. You can see here n which is less than 10, so it will break this 5 statement right here. Okay, and then continue from 6 7 8 and 9. So in this example n is equal to 5 is not printed because as the value of n becomes 5, the if conditions become true and the statements in the body of the if statement get executed. Thus n which is equal to n plus 1 increase the value of n to the 6, and continue statement pass to the control of the test condition, and then rest of the statement are not executed. So it will print the value of cout which is n is equal to, and then print n and end line which is n plus plus, so increment operator. So it will go to this statement. Okay, so these two statements are not executed when n is 5. So then again the iteration is start and the number gets print from 6. So it will simply skip the 5 right here because this loop is stopped right 5 with the help of this logic, n which is equal to 5 and then n plus 1 after this continue statement. So if you find any of the problem regarding to this break and continue statements, so please let me know. So it's important to clear your concept right here. Thanks for watching this lecture.